Hi everyone!
Thank you all for coming to our wedding.
We hope that by now you are very, very full and are having a great time.
So we wanted to take this opportunity right now to share some stories about us.
Actually about me.
So this is what marriage is all about?
Apparently no one told him. But since I'm feeling pretty good today, we're going to share a story about us.
Okay, thank you. So, some of you guys may not know us too well. I mean, even for the people that do know us, might not know our childhood. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
A baby girl was born in 1981 in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia as Nguyen Thi Yim Gyu. Yup, that was me. My granny who is here today gave me this name at birth. I am the only child to my parents, Kan Wing and Lang Wing. I'm not Malaysian, but I'll consider myself Hawaiian because a month after I was born, we relocated to the beautiful island of Oahu, where I grew up most of my life. I never left the island, well, except for my one and only trip to San Francisco. I think it was meant to be. After starting kindergarten, my parents decided it would be easier to have an American name for me. Christina was too long, so they said, how about Tina, like Tina Turner? And so I agreed. It was in the first grade that I would introduce myself as the new Tina Nguyen. Being a kid in Hawaii was an amazing experience. I loved going to the beach, regardless of having to look like a little boy all the time. I was always shirtless, and I'm not sure why. But one day my parents finally got me a bathing suit. Thank God. Ironically, I don't know how to swim and probably will never at the age of 31 today. When I was in the 7th grade, I nearly drowned in this area called Currents in Waikiki. Thankfully, my friends saved me. One of them is actually here today. Hi, Cindy. During my elementary school years, I participated in all the extracurricular programs. I even received my very first Certificate of Achievement. There were many things I wanted to be growing up. For one, an aspiring model. Okay, just kidding. Well, I did like makeup, nail polish, and all the girly stuff. But hey, I was the only child. I had to entertain myself somehow. Up until high school, I made some really good friends, which sadly I had to part from. But I still kept in touch with these folks, who will always be close at heart. When I turned 17 years old, my mom and I moved to Houston, Texas. It was just me and Mama. I met a lot of people here, but I never lost touch with my family and my closest friends from Hawaii. Moving to Houston was a big culture shock for me, but through the years I met some new friends that made my transition here a little bit easier. They've actually become some of my closest and dearest friends. We did practically everything together, from traveling to eating crawfish every weekend, celebrating birthdays, and painting the town red. During this time period, I also made some good friends outside of Houston as well. After graduating college in 2007, I moved to San Francisco to be with my now husband, Royce. Even with the long distance between my family and friends from everywhere, we still remain close as if I never left. It probably has a lot to do with my frequent trips to Houston, the vacations we took together, and their visits to San Francisco that kept us tight. I admit, the Bay Area grew on me. I met some of the most laid-back people and became closer to my dad's family. After years and years of life's happiness and challenges, I realized I am blessed to have the best of both worlds.
I was born on February 27th, 1979 at Kaiser Hospital in San Francisco. I was born 20 inches long and 6 pounds and 8 ounces. I am the third child of my father Raymond and my mother Helen, and I became the youngest brother to my sister Sabrina and my brother Eugene. I did the typical baby stuff like lay around, crawl, and sit. Eventually I learned how to walk and I made my way to my favorite play area, the backyard. I spent a lot of time out there with my brother and sister. Our family was a tight bunch growing up. We were always doing things together. We took family vacations and always partied with our cousins and family friends. After preschool, I went to St. Anne's School, starting off in kindergarten. Graduation day came and they said to move on to the first grade, I had to dress up as a sailor and then skip around. That was a pretty tough task, but I did it anyways and I got to move on. I advanced to the first grade and stayed there all the way to the 8th grade. During these times, I started playing baseball and eventually basketball. I was always very short and my mom told me if I played basketball, I would grow taller. I think it worked because I started dunking. Okay. Actually, I was so small, one of my friends was actually throwing me up there. You want to know how small I am? Here I am at the time of graduation. I was the 3rd shortest person in class, including the girls. So if you have kids, don't tell them you can get taller by playing basketball. It's not true. So I took my height with me to high school at Sacred Heart Cathedral Prep. Good news is I eventually hit puberty and started growing right around my sophomore year. I wasn't a big fan of my high school, but the friends that I knew from elementary school and the new friends I met here definitely made things easier to make it through to graduation. I went on to college at San Jose State University. It was a great experience. I had the coolest roommates and met some lifelong friends there. People I'll remain close with all my life. In 2002, I finally graduated and was ready to move on to the working world. I couldn't have made it all the way to this point in my life without the love and support of my parents, who always encouraged me to become the best that I could become. I also couldn't have done this without the guidance of my brother and sister, who paved the path before me and prepared me on what to expect in this big world. And lastly, I couldn't have gone this far without all the friends that I shared so many memories with.
The time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight.
So, what's the one question that everyone asked you when you told them you're engaged?
Well, everyone asked me how you proposed. So, how did you propose?
It started with one beautiful piece of rock. Wow. Alright, so this is just the beginning. Keep watching and you'll see the results.
It's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you. Well, I know this little chapel on the boulevard we can go. No one will know. Oh, come on, girl. Who cares if we're trash? Got a pocket full of cash we can blow. Shots of Patrol. And it's all.
Good flight. No one next to me. Quiet, quick. Got here early, so we're off to a good start.
Like I'm ready, 'cause it's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing?
You want a ring, huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
You want one?
Uh-huh.
You want to go ring shopping tomorrow? Quick update, she's in the shower. So after she gets ready, that's when I'm gonna do it. Happy birthday and cookie baby.
Yes. Let me. Happiest girl right now. Cause I'm engaged.
This is my fiance.
I know.
Tina Lynn. She's gonna
I can't get used to it. Royce is my fiance. Oh yeah, I can.
If you're ready, like I'm ready, cause it's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do.
Nothing. It's her birthday. Happy birthday. I mean.
Are you drunk?
No. Shake hands.
You going home? You engaged? Congratulations.
Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you. Just say I do. Tell me right now, baby. Tell me right now, baby. Baby, just say I do. Tell me right now, baby. Tell me right now, baby, baby. Oh, it's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey, baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you.